Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to Gigs Bar Bolton. Welcome to Guitar and Verse. Thank you for coming down. We're going to start the show in about 3 or 4 minutes, so it's just a 3 or 4 minute warning. Nothing more serious than that, just the show's going to start. And get yourselves a drink, get yourselves comfy, and we'll kick off with the open mic. We've got 2 fantastic headline acts tonight. We've got a young poet, Jess Green, and we've got a fantastic band on, Death to the Strange. And there's some strange ones in here, guys, so we've no shortage of customers. Right, you go, get yourselves a drink, get comfy, and we're back in a couple of minutes. Cheers.
How'd you feel, Mark, the last night?
It's weird, isn't it?
Say a few words.
Say a few words. Why can't I make money?
Welcome to Guitar and Verse. Unfortunately, this is the last Guitar and Verse at Gigs Bar in Bolton. Due to recession and various other things, Mock and Sarah have to we'll call it a day really, so we're going to have to find another venue. But as you know, we've had some fantastic nights here, and our thanks go out in no uncertain ways to Mock and Sarah for supporting the events. But I'll tell you more about that in a bit. The rest of the gigs this year are going to be at Salford, at the Crescent, which I'm sure some of you know very well. Right, usual format tonight, usual rules. It's going to be, we've got quite a lot on and we're a bit late starting. So, songs, 1 song per person, or 2 poems, 2 short poems or a long poem, just to keep it brief. And then after the open mic, we'll have a quick break, we'll have our raffle, which normally gets a bigger crowd than our means to an end set, unfortunately. And then we'll have, well, we're going to do a bit of broken strings, and then we'll have our main acts tonight. We've got a wonderful poet all the way from Liverpool, but she's come from Leicester today, just to do this gig, Jess Green. And we've got a band that's supported us before in the past on the Busking for Beer tour at Wigan a couple of years ago. Really good band, I'm sure you'll enjoy them. The fantastic Death to the Strange. I'm going to start the proceedings because everybody moans that they're normally on first on the open mic, so it's going to be me. This is a poem called It Just Ain't Gonna Happen. And this is for Mock and Sarah, the line for them. And it's all about things that really just aren't going to happen. And things that you might like, but some things are just no bloody chance. So, like Bono becoming the next Pope, like a Glastonbury without any dope, like the Dingles washing with soap. Oh well, some things you live in hope, but I doubt they'll ever happen. Like a cheap night out on the town, like inflation rates coming down, like Elvis Presley being found, or Jedward making a decent sound. It just ain't gonna happen. Like some love being unrequited, like a City fan supporting United.
That's true.
Like John Major looking delighted, or the Archbishop of Canterbury getting excited. It just ain't gonna happen. Like the East accepting the West, like the Middle East accepting the West, and the Middle East without unrest. I'll get it right. Like Stockport County becoming the best, like the devil being blessed, or me not liking breasts. It just ain't gonna happen.
No chance of you, Jeff.
Chicken breast.
I know, well, I'm not fussing out at the moment. Like the mods accepting the rockers, like the mocks accepting the mockers, like the Byrne family accepting the fockers, like Jordan reducing the size of her ego. I think I've got a one-track mind. I'm sure there's a better word that goes in there. Like a Stan Laurel and Hardy film without Stan. Like a Muslim not reading the Quran. Like most women not liking Duran Duran. Or the Phantom Flan Flinger without a flan. It just ain't gonna happen. And like the Queen liking Johnny Rotten. And Mock and Sarah and Gigs and Butterflies being forgotten. It just ain't gonna happen. But like a cut that doesn't bleed, like a dictator without greed, and like a world without children in need. Well, these are some things I'd like to see, but I doubt they'll ever happen. Thank you.
At the great rehab in the sky. Amy, Amy, Amy. This is a song from you to me. Amy, Amy, Amy. This is a song from you to me. So distant on the stage, hiding from what you wrote on the page. Amy, Amy, Amy. This is a song from you to me. Amy, Amy. This is a song from you to me. You sang your daddy's favourite songs, then you sang of how it all went wrong.
Please welcome Paul Smethurst.
Can you hear me? I don't need microphone, it makes me sound shite. Right, this one's a set of poem. That book, what poem I got done, it's been I give a copy of that. I know these two table dancers. I'm not going to watch them, it's quite embarrassing. Anyway, I know them, so I wrote one called Chantel. Chantel, from the moment I saw you, I could not believe my eyes. So truly beautiful, and what's more, you're surprisingly nice. And you have nice eyes. I'd come and see you, but I don't like the idea of guys leaving at you, trying to touch you, thinking of doing all sorts to you. You're much more than that to me, more than you will ever know. I truly envy the man who must be with you. Waking up next to you would make any man's dreams come true, and that's for eternity too. Some men have all the jam. I wish I was that man. You better be a gentleman. And you want to shut up in there? You want to shut up in there, mate? Better be a gentleman and open every door wherever you go, because there are too very few real ladies in this land that I could count them on just one hand, and one of them's your friend. So if you ever need a gentleman lover, she went back at her, didn't you? So if you ever need a gentleman lover, a very best friend forever and ever, you call next door. I'll be waiting for you.
Give him a big Bolton welcome, Tom Chandler.
So a piece that I came up with a while ago. It's called I Close My Eyes and Awoke.
And this man normally opens the show like Status Quo at Live Aid. Yeah, no, it's not your job, Rob, yeah. Please welcome Mr. Rob Goodier.
Breaking it in.
Are we on? That's how it should be. That's how it gets in. It's not upset.
No, you're the comfort.
It's a normal Bolton English.
Right, I can't see the words, but I'm going to do this song anyway.
It's a random version then, Rob.
This is a little song, which obviously is going to be A Man in Need of Loving. And for those who got it, I'm going to do it properly this time. For those who haven't, I hope you enjoy it.
share your love with me. Don't be cruel and hurt my feelings. Please accept my apology. For many years I've been lonely, dreaming dreams that I wish would come true. But dreams can be broken by reality seeping through. Before I go in my grave, I cannot be saved. I will be your slave for the love I crave. For the love I crave. I am always chasing shadows, and I don't know which one is mine. But I am not shallow. I forgot the words, I'm starting to yet. I'm just a man in need of love. Look my way. Just a man in need of love. Just a man in need of love.
It's Dave Bradley.
Serious poem alert. This one's called Pompeii. Thank you for dying so dramatically and suddenly. Our archaeologists and tourists appreciate your frescoes and fountains, brothels and bakeries, your eerie grey corpses, even Pink Floyd are grateful. Your emperor was no help. If here, he too would be a doom-faced corpse, as you are now. Corpse-town Pompeii, Vulcan's plaything, violence on the violent, tombs entombed, sky raining horror, air molten, pummeled bodies burning, flaming togas engulfed erotica, no longer slave and master, companions in twisted, grey, gasping death. Running futile, streets lethal, hiding futile, cellars lethal, money futile, shops lethal, struggling futile, air lethal, swinging futile, harbour lethal, praying futile, temples lethal. No escape, no hope, no exit. Here you die, she dies, he dies, we all die. The whole town dies, only ash, ash, cinders and more ash. You had warnings, you knew the hovering threat, the imminent eruption. You refused to believe, think, move, know. I know the Vesuvius in my life and the settled town beloved.
Band member of A Means to an End, the great band that supported the other great band that are here tonight. It was a top night, that, wasn't it? Well, it was. There was only about 10 of us there. It was a good night. Anyway, please welcome Mr. Andy N.
I remember that gig actually, because there was about 10 of us, including the band actually. So I think there was Amanda in the audience and Frank, girl later man as well. That's pretty well it. So. Anyway, on the voice. First one I'm going to do is a pretty new one actually, and this is simply called My Hometown. It's about Stretford where I live, so nice cheerful. You used to tell me you only loved my town when it poured it down. You used to tell me you used to love counting the drops that would dangle off my roof once it stopped raining like in a mind of its own. You used to love looking at the leaves clinging on the old tree in my garden. I count their lines like veins on my hands, which also dripped off the nearby bus shelter over people's hats. He looked at black clouds that hovered by the airport like portals of doom before something really nasty happened. And people running down the tunnels from the planes as the rain shot down at them with a vicious push. A vicious push right up until you were gone, and the rain carried on saluting puzzled as I left to march back home, leaving me feeling like I just kissed chaos.
Really new. And when I say really new, I mean the day before yesterday new.
That is really new.
Yeah, I meant new.
That is really.
Yeah, I wrote it on a train platform.
You still read it?
Yeah.
Did you bring it with you or did you leave it?
Going off the
Can you
rails.
stop talking? I'm trying to read.
You tell them that.
Thank you.
Charlotte, don't punch him.
You as well.
No, I control myself. I have self-control. Anyway. Surreptite words on the back of the letter to the next lover. The ink has run dry. Later than scheduled, got impatient and left. A pebble faultless on the train track. Sour with envy, a streetlight turned a jaundice yellow, struck goodbyes and lullabies. Stopped in the alcoholic stupor of heartbreak, you're the last to leave. As Jesus turned water to wine, so sodium turned water to soul. Time to rewrite the manuscript. It'll be different this time round.
Going back to the music, and then poetry, and then music, and then poetry's finished. We've got it right, so it'll take about half an hour
Why
to
did
get
you just
there.
change the order around?
Big Andy learning. Right.
I always get blamed.
Our fellow means to an end member, Petrova, is going to give us a song now. So Petrova Fairhurst.
Pardon?
Can you hear me? Through this one here. Is that alright, Mark? Yeah? This is a song that I wrote early this year, and then with Bob Kettle's help I found the chords to go with the chorus and the bridge, because I couldn't figure out what I needed. The melody was written, but I needed some help. So this is called Hold Me.
Independence is my creed. Won't give you the power to bleed me, see me weep. All the long dark hours that creep me.
Excuse me.
In fear's cage keep the soul called perfection safe from arms on reach. Independence is my creed. Won't give you the honor to know me, show me real. Let you in to see what steals me, or how I feel about this empty that will not fill. So hold me until I sleep. Blind in me, trust's fragile seed. Just hold me till the held is all I need. Just hold me till the held is all I need. Independence is my creed. Won't give you the wonder to light me, not my heat. Lace through passion, storm unseat me. A new lost fleet, love in me, the fire bent with grief. So hold me until I sleep. And in me, trust's fragile seed. Just hold me till the hour is all I need.
are some things I draw the line. Yeah, I didn't know it was the last night tonight because I don't read Facebook much, so I'd probably come up with something more appropriate, but like the bare necessities or something. Only Moz will get that joke, really. But yeah, I don't usually explain what I do, but I'll have to for this. It's a bit obscure, really, because I went to a workshop about a month ago. One of the things, you had to pick words out of a hat, and the 2 words I got were dark and relationship, which I thought summed up my love life perfectly. Because I answer relationships, what Arsenal are to defending a league. But, so anyway, I came up with this, and it's called Dark Ages. Dark, 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 dark ages, deep in the depths of those dark, dark ages. I was Luke, she was Princess Leia. She was to be my Star Wars bride. Till she caught sight of Darth Vader's lightsaber and went over to the dark side. Yeah. She had this thing about Black Beauty. She saddled me with her remorse, rode me round the bedroom. God, she was a dark horse. I suspected she was having an affair, and I wasn't that far off the mark. That night I was about to discover she put a bullet in her ex-lover. I guess it was just a shot in the dark. Dark, dark, dark ages. Deep in the depths of those dark, dark ages. We split up on the winter solstice. The relationship finally took its toll, and she slapped me across the face with a wet fish. I guess that was the dark night of the soul. My patience finally ran out, and I didn't even count to 10 when she splattered black paint down my front porch. I said, "Go!" and never down my doorstep again. Dark, 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 dark ages, deep in the depths of those dark, dark ages. I am Luke, this is my new Princess Leia. She's to be my Star Wars bride. She likes to feel the force of my lightsaber, since I've gone over to the dark side. Thank you.
A lady that came down last week, actually, for the Friday Night Live show with Rachel and the Rain. She's going to give us a song again tonight. Please welcome Hilary.
Really, yeah, it's really sad that this is the end of this. So, there we go. And changes. You didn't need to know that, really. You do now. Well, you know, yeah. I went into town, into Manchester to do something which I don't often do. I was a bit stressed out, and I parked my car in a space. It looked like just an available space, which was surprising, so I was getting keyed up for that. Got out of the car, and this guy came up to me and went, "Excuse me, my friend's an artist," and I went, "Look, you've picked a really bad time, right?" And I'm just really stressed out. And it's like a beautiful smile on his face, and said, "What are you stressed out about?" And I wouldn't even talk to him. I said, "No, I've got to find the parking meter." And I walked down the pavement and found the parking meter. I was trying to, you know how it is trying to understand the parking meters, and what is that about? You know. But and on the parking meter there was a sticker saying, "I love Manchester," whatever, you know, total whatever, and it said free parking Thursday 4 to 6. It was 4:10. And it was amazing. And I stood there in front of it for ages thinking, free parking 4 to 6. It's free parking, and it was free parking. The story's not. It doesn't get more consequential than that. You have to, you know, get what you can out of it as it goes along. Like life. Wanna get real, right here, right now. Bring this to somehow think we're standing Wanna reach down, right down to the ground. I wanna live low with my heart open sound. It's what that pushing is poison through and through. It spoils your soul. Like it wants your body.
Isobel.
I've got 2 drinks later and I'm in the mood. I should have known, shouldn't I? I did crack some, I always crack something. This one's called Beautiful Minds. It's a small one. Some people have beautiful minds, insight to the full, fatal spectrum of a person's heart, the nuance to a gossamer thread, ears with sense enough to hear the tear that doesn't drop, twisted in its own blood knot. Soul soft enough to sacrifice all search for self, yet find the answers to another's quest. Tongues to find the words that others run from, hide or stumble over. Knowledge of when not to know, to nurture, soothe, cut free, or just let be. Some people have beautiful minds, if only we could fancy them.
The Kinks, Rob, the Kinks. Feel free to sing along. We want a happy night tonight, so feel free to join in. Never mind why you can smell peanut butter, just sing the song.
Save me from this weed. I got a big fat mama trying to break me, and I love to live so pleasantly. Live this life of luxury, lazy on a sunny afternoon. In the summertime, summertime, in the summertime. summertime, in the summertime, in the summertime. Take me, save me, save me from this weed. I got a big fat mama trying to break me. I love to live so pleasantly, live this life of luxury, lazy on a sunny afternoon. In the summertime, in the summertime, in the summertime. My girlfriend's run off with my car, gone back to her bar and bar, telling tales of drunkenness and bruise. Now I'm sitting here, sipping out my ice cream, blazing on this sunny afternoon. Help me, help me, help me sail away. I give you 2 good reasons why I ought to stay. But I love to live so pleasantly, live this life of luxury, lazy on a sunny afternoon. In the summertime, in the summertime, in the summertime.
Business.
Mind your head, Scott.
Yeah, not been up here before. I might start something awesome. That's it now. Cool, yeah, not been here before. Let's get a round of applause for Jess, just for doing all that thank you gift. Come on, go for it! Cool. Cool, let's do a quick one. I did fly in, I apologise, sort of came in halfway through and still got on. I hate people that do that. Still with me. If I could sample the sun, I would use it. I would dip my brush lightly in the atomic light. And if scattered atoms be my stardust, I would let sunsets explode upon the world and paint a yellow road that leads back to you. It is all giving. No face may feel the warmth without its blessing. And if blessings be the undercurrent of everything, then know this. I miss you. If I could turn lightning to liquid, I would use it. I would drain the sky of anger so I might better see all the light from all the suns who have already died, and those pinpricks that map the black would shine me home to you. It is all giving. No heart may make a beat without its blessing, and if blessings be the warm tide of the world, then know this, I am. I know you.
Tonight's show. I first met this young lady a few months ago in Tilsley when we did the Cadence Festival, and she's a brilliant performer, and she's got a fantastic future, so I thought we'll get her down to guitar and verse because she was dying to come and do her stuff. So all the way from Liverpool via Leicester, will you please welcome Miss Jess Green.
If I'm like this, can you all hear?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. If I move that, will it fall apart?
No.
Sorry.
It might do.
Oh, so I don't want to break anything. I'm Jess Green, and I've been I was living in Liverpool I went to university in Liverpool, and then I stayed on for a year and a bit, and I couldn't find a job anywhere. And now I've got this odd life where I'm doing a couple of days as a librarian in Leicester and living with my parents and eating their food, and then I do a couple of days up in Liverpool, and I'm trying to get into the London poetry scene, so I'm doing a couple of days down there, but it's horrible down there, they're really brutal, so it's so nice to be up north. They don't like the political stuff either, so I'll open with a ranty one. It's a new one, it's called Bank on a Train. He's in the streamlined coke can carriage from a northern city, where the broken back easy chap makes him squirm in his seat. But flying blurred down to the capital, where he knows how to meet and schmooze the men that can make money spin like spiders. The given half a chance will split your spine just to make a gain. But on the periphery of Milton Keynes his escape has halted. And the small fry conductor croaks that it's not his fault. Vandals took the cables and now they've lost signal. Stuck stationary with no idea what's coming skidding round the bend. And the suit in first class, he raises an army with his size, orchestrates his peers with disgruntled present and crumpled ties, swears with each second on his Rolex. But the time seeps into wheelie bins and alleyways, just touching distance of the Perspex window. And the vandal the day before dipped out of the dole queue where he'd worn grooves in the floor from 200 days of waiting, holding his position in the no-no generation. He piled cables in the back of a van and dreamed of Canary Wharf. 20s filling the wind like a snow globe and a banker hanging from every lamppost. So scorn him on the 6 o'clock news, bring pillars of the community to frown with shaking heads. But he won't partake in your street fairs and car shares. When his son got first in physics and now smokes weed in bed sits, and his dad's bones creak in time to the all-night wheelchair squeak, and they can't afford the pills to stop the pain. He doesn't want you there on time to sign the deal on stocks and shares. When he's fumbling with pennies, just trying to find a quid for the meter.
Enjoy the sounds of Death to the Strange.
Bits of nothing really interests me. Let's start up the electric day with cars and trams and television, feeling self-importance that makes all of our stories gripping. Safe in the knowledge that my actions will affect the entire universe, as long as I allow it to exist. There are the words to describe the shade of my mind. Not these abstract descriptions I always seem to find. Split the words from the feeling, and they can color you too. Do parts of the job that you have wanted them to do. Start the electric paper cars and trams and television. Even the self-impulses that makes our stories are so gripping. Safe in the knowledge of my actions will affect the entire universe, as long as I allow it to exist. You told me fools only follow rules, as we made language with our eyes. As the economy rises, it hypnotizes. Following their plans, pay directly into that. No surprises, the House of Commons continues to slap us in the face. But when will we awake and break this whole mistake? For folks' sake. You told me fools only follow rules, as we made language with our eyes. You told me fools only follow